Hello guys, so today we'll be starting with a new topic, that is parts of brain. Our brain is majorly divided into three main parts, that is the forebrain, the midbrain and the hindbrain. Starting first with the forebrain. So the forebrain is also known as prosencephalon. Why is it so? Cephal means head, pro means first, so the first head, it's prosencephalon. Now this forebrain or the prosencephalon is made up of two brain structures. The one is cerebral cortex and it is made up of diencephalon. Okay, now the cerebral cortex, it is also known as, aka is also known as telencephalon. What it is known as? Telencephalon. Okay, the diencephalon is further divided into three parts. Okay, so it's further divided into three parts. Thalamus, the structure above the thalamus is called as epithalamus, and the structure below will be called as hypo. Anything below is hypo. So below the thalamus will be called as hypothalamus. Now this thalamus is having a relay center. It is having a relay center, that is medial geniculate body and lateral geniculate body. These are the relay centers, okay? Medial geniculate body and lateral geniculate body. I'll be explaining you this in just next few minutes, okay? Now first let's move on to the midbrain first. So the second brain, the part of brain is the midbrain. It's in the middle, right? That's why the term is midbrain. Therefore also known as mesencephalon. What it is known as? Mesencephalon. Now this midbrain, very important. It is having a structure called as Corpora quadrigemina. What is the structure called as? Corpora quadrigemina. And this Corpora quadrigemina, it is having two structures. Two superior colliculi and two inferior colliculi. I have a picture for the same. I'll explain you here. You can look here, see? A very big bulging structure. These are the two superior colliculi. Now this small structures below, these are the two inferior colliculi. Okay, so coming back to the writing part. Now this structure, Corpora quadrigemina, it is the reflex center. The reflex center, but for what? So this is the reflex center for vision and for hearing. So the two superior colliculi is responsible for your vision. Eye, or you can call it as vision. They control the vision. Two inferior colliculi control your hearing. Okay, now the sensory functions is going through this two superior colliculi and these two inferior colliculi. Okay, from here, then the structure will go into this thalamus part. The impulse will go to the thalamus part, and this thalamus part, this medial geniculate body and the lateral geniculate body, these are what structures? These are the relay centers. Relay centers are what? They will relay the information from here to where? The medial geniculate body takes the information from the superior colliculi, eye vision. The medial geniculate body will take the information from the two inferior colliculi, hearing, and will relay the message, relay information to whom? It will relay the information to auditory cortex. That is your temporal lobe, right? Hearing was where? In the temporal lobe. The lateral geniculate body will get the information from the superior colliculi, and this will send relay. I wrote here relax. It is relay. So it is relay. Okay. So the lateral geniculate body will relay the information from the superior colliculi to the vision cortex. To where? To the vision cortex. Relay information to vision cortex. Where is the vision cortex? That is the occipital lobe. I said that in the previous video, right? So understood with this? Okay. Now coming to the third part of the brain, that is the hindbrain. Now this hindbrain is also known as rhombencephalon. What it is known as? Rhombencephalon. Now it is made up of three different brain structures, starting with the cerebellum, then the pons, and then the medulla oblongata. Okay, the cerebellum is having the function of the cerebellum is your balance controlling. So it controls balance, it controls coordination. Okay, and nystagmus indicates the problem in cerebellum. Nystagmus is where you have the rapid movement of your eye. blinking or rapid movements of the eye, which leads to a person feeling that as if they aren't able to maintain their posture, they aren't able to maintain their balance, so therefore they lose the balance. And who was controlling the balance? It was cerebellum. Okay, so nystagmus is a problem, which indicates there's a problem in the cerebellum as well. Okay, now the cerebellum and pons together is known as metencephalon. What it is known as? Metencephalon. Okay, and medulla oblongata alone is known as myelencephalon. What it is known as? Myelencephalon. So now let's revise what we have studied till now. So our brain was divided into how many parts? 3 parts: the forebrain, the midbrain, and the hindbrain. The forebrain is also known as what? Prosencephalon. It is having 2 structures: the cerebral cortex, which is also known as telencephalon, the diencephalon. And the diencephalon is further divided into 3 parts: epithalamus, thalamus, and hypothalamus. Now this thalamus consists of 2 relay centers. That is, it will take the information from the midbrain and then pass it to the respective cortexes. The medial geniculate body will take the information from the 2 inferior colliculi, which was present into the midbrain, and this will then relay the information to the auditory cortex. The lateral geniculate body will relay the information from the 2 superior colliculi to the vision cortex. The midbrain, which is also known as mesencephalon, it has a structure which is known as Corpora quadrigemina. As I said here before, it is having 2 superior colliculi and 2 inferior colliculi. This 2 superior colliculi is responsible for your vision control, and this 2 inferior colliculi is for hearing. Now the corpora quadrigemina is a reflex center, right? If someone asks you about the function, it controls the orientative reflexes. Okay, so now the last part, hindbrain, it is also known as rhombencephalon. This rhombencephalon is made up of 3 structures of the brain: the cerebellum, pons, and medulla oblongata. The cerebellum function is to control the balance, coordination, and nystagmus. Now the cerebellum and pons together, it is known as metencephalon, and medulla oblongata alone is known as myelencephalon. So that's it for today. I hope this is clear for you.